Hi, welcome to the Infusionsoft Template Toolkit. In this tutorial, we're going to use the Infusionsoft Post-it Note Web Form Generator. The whole idea is to generate a web form that looks like a Post-it note so that you can capture buttons in an eye-catching way. Now with this, you don't need to do anything more than what you would to generate a regular Infusionsoft web form. Within Infusionsoft, if you open a web form, usually they're just going to spit some code out to you that you then insert in your own web page. We're going to do something very similar to that right now. Alright, step one, get the images by clicking and saving the .zip file to your computer. So right here I'm just going to save the file. In my case I'm saving it into this test folder. Okay. Step two, go to where you just saved that file, right click on it, and go to Extract All to unzip the file. Now different computers might work differently, but essentially we're just going to unzip this file. So in my case, Extract All, and I'm letting go of this folder, this images I posted. So extract, and there's my images. After that, upload the entire folder, image_a_post-it, to web server in the same directory folder that your web page is in. You can do this using FTP. If you don't know anything about FTP, just go ahead and click here and it'll search it for Google. So real quick, I use FileZilla from FTP. And again, I had downloaded the zip file and extracted. So here's that folder, and I'm going to put it in the same directory as this test.html, which is the file that I want to insert my form on. You can see here I've made it just a blank page. I've got my headline, my main body, my footer, and over here on the right, I'd love to put a form there. So now I've got my images on my server. If I go back to the instructions, it says to get the code, fill out the form below, and then click the download button. The first thing you need to get your code is your Infusionsoft application. In my case, it's moldingbox1. So for the example, if it was moldingbox1.infusionsoft.com, you can see right here, anytime you're in Infusionsoft, you can get right there from the URL. So in my case, again, moldingbox1, my form ID, I'm going to use form 61. And it says whenever you download web form code from Infusionsoft, there's always a hidden field called form ID. That is right here. So whenever you generate web code from Infusionsoft, you'll have form ID, and it's right there. That's the only number value up in those top lines. So again, mine is 61. I'm just going to put in my name and email address. Download the code, which opens in another window, and it says copy everything of this. So I'll take all of that code, and whatever you use to edit your web pages, in my case I use Dreamweaver, you'll go and you'll paste the code you just copied into that page. You can see Dreamweaver gives me a little preview so I can see what that's going to look like. I save my test file, upload that test file back to server, and I've got a web form. Let's go ahead and test it. This web form actually, like I said, is the exact same form that generates the code, so this should send me to that page again. There we go. If you have any questions, visit our website, infusionalliance.com, and make sure and check out our membership. We provide all of these resources free as a way to get people interested, but the membership is just $485 a year for InfusionCon 2009 participants. For everyone else, it's $970 per year. You get a bunch of templates like this, a bunch of other video tutorials on how to use Infusionsoft, and a lot of API plugins. If you're familiar with that, those are really quite nice. Have a great day. Come visit us, infusionalliance.com.